So we recently toured a historic home that we loved, and it was a beautiful home. And today we're going to talk about why we would or would not make an offer on it, and also talk through who the right buyer is for this specific type of home. So before we get started, we are a mother daughter team that are here to help you buy the right historic home and restore it the right way. And I am the daughter part of this equation. I am a licensed realtor and
And I'm Elaine. I am a licensed contractor and I've been restoring historic homes for over 25 years.
all right. So let's talk through this house that we saw. I think you and I were both really excited whenever we first approached the home because most of the houses we look at do not look as appealing from the outside as this one did. It's obviously been very well taken care of.
It's been well loved for sure. And rarely do you walk into a house and everything is original. And that's how we felt here. As soon as I walked in, I was thrilled because it is, as Marley said, it's so rare to see. Somebody changes a lot of things typically.
Yeah. And a lot of times you're seeing things that feel pieced together. You might have one original door, and then you see a window that's not original, or you might have original built ins. And then right next to it, you have what looked like a modern fireplace exterior. And so this was a home that truly felt like it had been frozen in time, but not in a bad way. They have taken very good care of it. Somebody obviously has loved this home and has treated it very well. And so it was very well taken care of, but also still very frozen in time, wouldn't
Yeah.
you say?
When you approach it, the porch and the whole all the exterior wood, the had really beautiful porch trim details that someone has taken care of because they details on a porch do not last well unless someone really preserves it well. So they painted it regularly. The colors were really nice. They were appropriate. And then we walked in and the beautiful floors had been taken care of. It was just wonderful. All the windows,
Yeah.
kitchen cabinets were the most impressive to me because they used to build the kitchen cabinets in place and those were still there. So it was fun to see.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's one of those things where you are excited to see the original kitchen cabinets, and it even had the original sink that was a cast iron sink that
Yes.
was very well worn and everything like that, and so it's exciting to see that, but at the same time, you're thinking, "Would I be able to live with this kitchen? Would I be able to live with this layout or this setup?" And so I think those are the important things for any buyer to be asking, and then, of course, calculating how much it's going to cost to keep and preserve the things that are important to keep, but also modernize it enough where you can actually live and function well in that home.
That's right. Yeah. I would have to keep those cabinets because I wouldn't be able to not keep the cabinet, but I would have to custom make more like them to have more cabinets because historic kitchens are tiny. They do not function for us today. They're
Yeah.
all very tiny.
So, in this home specifically, what were you looking at through your contractor lens as far as infrastructure and things that would maybe be a little bit more costly that would need to be redone?
Because we didn't delve further into it, I don't know if elect been replaced. That's a biggie. The kitchen, as I said, would not work for most people, but you know what? If you're somebody who doesn't cook much, you'd love that kitchen, I think. I felt like there would be some issues with insulation for sure. If it were me, I would want to do insulation. I'd want to look at the upstairs because it had a beautiful upstairs. Oh my gosh, the balconies were so cute and solid in great shape. But I would worry about air conditioning and cooling and heating, and insulation would be a biggie. And electrical, I always worry about first and foremost because of safety. Otherwise, this house was in a great neighborhood, fabulous location. It would be great for anyone as long as they take those kind of important things into consideration.
Yeah. Yeah, so I know you and I have talked about it, and it's not a house specifically that you would put an offer on, and I would love if you could talk a little bit through that and maybe what the difference is between you as somebody who renovates homes and then resells them, what you're looking at versus what somebody who is looking at the home to potentially live in it long term might be looking for.
Okay. So definitely, this is a house for someone who wants to buy it and live in it. This is not a house for someone who's restores historic homes like I do, because I love to buy a house that needs me, that needs love. So this one did not need that. I want to buy a house that I can just bring back to where it should be, that I'm thinking, oh my goodness, it's been neglected. I need to help this house. So that's what I look for, one that needs much more love than this one did.
Yeah. Yeah, and as I mentioned in the beginning, whenever we walked up to this house, it was like a breath of fresh air because it just looked so pretty and it was so well taken care of. And for us, whenever we're touring homes for my mom to purchase, we're usually excited whenever we walk up to a house and we see the porches falling off, or we see that there are original windows that were painted closed and they need to be restored, or we see that it has an original door that has the paint is peeling off and nobody has fixed it in a very long time or given it any attention or love in a very long time. And so we tour houses that have flea infestations. We tour houses that have no air conditioning and no electricity turned on, no plumbing turned on, and the houses that have most likely been
You might
neglected.
step over a hole in the floor.
Yeah.
Most bathrooms in houses I buy have holes in the floor
Mhm.
because no one cared about them and the bathtub is leaked or something, or the toilet most likely.
Yeah.
And so we have to put all new beams under the bathroom, for example. They all need a new foundation. They all need new sewer lines because the sewer line is always broken. The old clay sewer lines are collapsed, those kind of things. And of course, with the house we originally talked about, we don't know about any of those things either.
Mhm.
How it could have original plumbing, I don't know. However, just because it looks so pretty, it would not be one that I would normally buy. I buy the ones that really I just think somebody's gotta help this poor house and bring it the way it should be or the way it was.
And then the new owners of the houses that she does are so grateful that she did all of that because they then get a beautifully restored home that has all of the original character in most cases and has been brought up to modern standards whenever it comes to a functioning kitchen and updated plumbing and electrical and all of those things, again, while still maintaining the historic character. So, this home specifically, I think, is great for somebody who is wanting all of those original details and loves that character, but is also willing to put in the effort to explore all of these things that we've talked about, find out if it needs updated plumbing, find out if it needs updated electrical, and willing to invest to do those things.
And they can live there while they do it. It's not, even if you have to pull electrical, you might have to move out for a week, but you can live there while you're doing most of these things with that house. So it was
Yeah.
pretty great.
So if you are still on your house hunt, if you're looking for the perfect historic home for you specifically, and you want an actual checklist to be able to carry with you, you can grab our free PDF that is before you make an offer. And this PDF walks you through a lot of the things that we've talked about in some of our other videos, but just gives you that really practical guide to take along so that you don't have to question what are the things that I need to be looking at. So that is it for this week. We will see you right back here next time.